Looking at the feature manager tree, you can see we've added several features to this sheet metal part. The first one was base flange. Now if we go to the command manager and select the sheet metal tab and take a closer look at the base flange button, we will notice it actually says base flange /tab. And that's because this button serves two purposes. First, it will create a base flange like we did at the very beginning of the sheet metal part. It will also create a tab on an existing sheet metal part. The tab feature will add material at the same thickness and direction of a sheet metal face. So let's begin. We are going to add a tab inside of this opening here. The tab is going to be rectangular in shape. So I'm going to zoom up on this area, select the tab feature. A message appears asking me to select a planar face on which to create a sketch. So I'm going to go out to the screen and select the top face. Now before I proceed, I am going to view normal to this face and then zoom up on this area. I am going to start the corner rectangle, apply a couple circles, and then a handful of smart dimensions. This first one will be 25. From the edge of the tab to the center of the first hole will be 5. And from the edge of the tab to the center of the second hole will be 12. I'm going to set the space to 1 millimeter. And the same on this side. Let's change the diameter 4. And now let's add a couple relations. I'm going to add a relation from midpoint along with center point and make those three horizontal to one another. I'm also going to add an equal relation for the two circles. And there we go. Our sketch for the tab feature is complete. So we're going to close out of the sketch. Property Manager opens. Now notice, in my opinion, this should be called tab, but instead it's listed as base flange. Could be a little confusing. As we look down the Property Manager for tab, most of these options are grayed out because they are taken from the gauge table that we inputted or applied many lessons ago. Now we can override those, but we're going to go with the default settings. Notice Merge Result is checked by default. That's basically telling you that you are going to merge this tab with the surrounding sheet metal part. And typically, you want to do that. So we're going to close out of the tab Property Manager and place it back to an isometric view. And we have our first tab. Now let's place that same tab over in this area. And the easiest way to do that is by going to the Features ribbon and selecting Mirror. A Solidworks message has appeared on the screen, and this message is telling us the part was created in an earlier version and must be rebuilt. We do want to rebuild it, so we are going to select Yes. I'm going to select a plane to mirror about. I'll use one of my primary planes, and it looks like the right plane is the correct choice. I am going to mirror tab 1, close out of the feature, and now we have two tabs.